taking off our belts today on the Dodge Stealth. Couple of screws here we had to unscrew, and a couple of these plastic holders like this. Okay, we had to take these out. I'm going to take off this. And then we got to get into, removed all this plastic shrouding here. Okay, and here's your tensor pulley. Okay, and I loosened it up. It's got a 14mm nut there. This nut. Okay, that's your adjust, looser or tighter. So I loosen this up just a hair, so that loosens up, and then you got to loosen this up until you can get that belt off. Okay, and the belt's ready to come off. It's one of these serpentine belts. You can always tell that usually the ridges here correspond to the ridges on the pulley, and when there's no ridges like the tensor pulley here, the flat part there goes on that, so you can kind of gauge how that belt goes by that. There's your adjustment bolt to let this tensor here come down so you can take off that belt. Match them up. Thickness is correct that way, and then we're going to match them up this way. Take them finger to finger, okay? And they should be pretty much the same. Your old one might be a little bit stretched, the right thickness. Okay, you can count the grooves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 grooves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stick it in, you'll see there's a spot to stick your socket wrench in there. That's how you get the tension on it. Tense it up good. And then tighten up your bolt. On there, make sure it's on all your pulleys. You might be able to try from up here, but I couldn't do it. I had to do it from the bottom. It was a lot easier just getting under there and doing it. Check the tightness on your belt. Make sure that nice and tight. It'll loosen up a little bit, stretch. You don't want to over tighten it, but should have just a hair of play in it. Hung it from the alternator there. Wrapped it right around here, around there, and this pulley just automatically it lays right on there, so I didn't have no problems with that, and it automatically goes right around. I had a little difficulty here on the tensor pulley. I had to loosen it up a little bit more. A lot of times you'll find when you go to put on the new belt, it's a little bit smaller than the old belt because the old belt will stretch when it's on there. But I just loosened it up a little bit, and it was pretty simple to put on. Putting on all the belts. The belts went on easy. And now all I got to do is tighten up my tensor pulley. From the top here, I got that bolt. Okay, we're just going to turn our ratchet back on to tighten. When I loosened it up, I just put it on loosen, and there's my bolt right there. Okay, just make sure that your belt's on all your pulleys properly, and just tighten her up. It wasn't very hard at all. It should have about a 1/4 inch play in it. A little bit of play, just a little bit. You can push it in a little bit. You're good. See my finger down there pushing on that? Let's see. Very little play. Okay, well, that's about it. I just got to tighten this bolt back up. So I loosened it up. I don't know if I really had to, but I did. I'll tighten it back up, and there's the belts. Dodge Stealth, new belts.